So, since we have the collective brain trust here, I think it is fair to try and work this all out together. Since this is our first time through this is our first Rokito. So, let's see what is wrong with it. Now, it doesn't really matter if we get it wrong or get it right, but we'll see what goes on, okay? So, finished it. Let's go for a test. Let's try and work out what's wrong with El Rocket. Before starting the test, check the weapon controls, press space. Yep. Thank you. Yep, thank you. Wait, you can't, like, go up or anything? Okay, the motor went on. That's good. Left, right is working. It's a little bit smoky. Up, down is working. Zoom! Oh, and it exploded. The target hasn't been destroyed. If you haven't managed to confirm the operability of the missile to discover the broken part, you can repeat the test. Okay. So, black smoke. So, I'm guessing it's the motor that's the issue. Because it's moving. Everything's fine. It's going up, down. It's going around. But it's just blowing up before anything happens. So, my guess is faulty engine. Or, like, the receiver's okay. At least it seems to be okay. Like, you know, it's moving. As we said, it's moving up and down. Like, that's no issue. So it's either going to be the warhead blowing up too early, or it's going to be the engine obviously not working, right? We all good with that? We good with that? Okay, let's see what our options are. And let's kind of go from there. So it's either going to be the fuel, the warhead, or the engine. My guess is the engine because of the black smoke, right? That one made the most sense. Alright, return to hangar. Not fuel? Well, I suppose it didn't pit her out. That's the thing. Right, so prepare the report. Let's see. Faulty receiving antenna? Definitely not. Rocket engine? Could be. Stabilizer? Nope, that all worked. Receiver? That worked too. What's the difference between the receiving antenna and the receiver? Combat ready missile. What? Is that just the whole thing doesn't work? Autopilot. I mean, that worked as well. So, my guess is probably the engine, right? Because the receiver was working. The stabilizer was working. It was going in a straight line. The receiver, once again, was working. Combat ready missile? I don't even know what that means. Like, and then also you got the autopilot, which also was working because it was going in a straight line. So it has to be the engine. It can't be anything else, right? Any thoughts? So if I mark this as incorrect, could I not prepare the report? Stop? What? Choose the faulty part or report the creation of the combat-ready missile. You have to mark all the ones that aren't broken as incorrect. Oh, it's the other way around. Right, I see. So this one is fine, this one is fine, this one is fine, this one is fine, and this one is fine. So this one is the issue, right? Okay, that's confusing. I don't... What does combat ready missile even mean? Like... What does that one mean? Or is that just like the whole thing? Right. Okay, prepare the report. Yes. Oh! There we go. Good stuff. Good old seal clap. Well done, everybody. The minds once again have worked. Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. It's time to talk about the event once again, since this is, I think, day 3. And I mean, everything went okay today. It was a little bit harder today than other days. Don't know why, but at the same time, we were able to get everything done. Took about 7 hours to do everything. So we got the crates done, and then of course we got the development progress done. So overall, pretty good. But it just took a long time. Like I don't know why it took longer today. Maybe I wasn't paying as much of attention. Maybe I was trying different things, but definitely didn't feel easy compared to yesterday, which was a lot better. You can see that I have 33 of the crates. Now, the reason why I have 33 of the crates is because we had to test the good old missile, and we had a successful test that you saw earlier. Was able to work out what it was, and then you get 3 resource crates from it, which, as I've said many times, like when it comes to these events, you're never really limited on resources if you grind out the whole event. The thing you're actually limited on is the development progress data. So those extra resource boxes, if you get like the thing right, if you get it wrong, it doesn't really matter. It's not going to make a huge difference, and it's just not, gonna become a problem or anything like that. So I wouldn't really worry about it if you can't get it right. It seems like right now, when it comes to it, you need 2 failed tests and then you get a successful one. And then, obviously, in the successful one, you got to hit the ship, and that seems to be the way to go. And then you get, of course, the test report proper. But it is a little bit of a stumbling block for a lot of people. Hopefully, I'm there tomorrow so I can, see for it myself and then maybe put it in this video like we did the test for today. I feel like what I'll do is I'll put the test in a bunch of them, and then we can kind of like push through from there. The general gameplay today was okay. Like, everything seemed to go alright. It was just the simple fact that for some reason everything just became a lot slower. And I started at the usual time. I was able to get everything done and moved, but it just took what felt like longer. I did get enough first places to get the level 1 factory upgrade done, which was quite nice, but I don't think I'm going to go for it. Usually I don't bother with those things, and I feel like after today I have at least enough resources to be able to put together another missile. So I'll have at least 3 missiles done by tomorrow, and then by tomorrow I'll also have 2 of the development progress reports, so technically 2 out of 6, so overall pretty good. We just got to keep building stuff over and over again. A lot of people have asked me why have they put this missile in. I think honestly it's to limit what this area looks like, because with the missile there, it only looks like there is like 16 pieces. Oh, by the way, the reason why there's no game audio is because we're listening to or we're watching a movie in the background, so I had to mute the audio. My apologies, but that's why. But anyway, the thing, I think the reason they put this in is so this screen here wasn't as overwhelming. One of the problems that a lot of people brought up previously was the simple fact that there was just too many things to kind of grind and too many things to like go ahead with. So now with the fact that there's only 14 of these, and then every time you hit this button it resets to, the next 4 and then 14, probably is designed to make people think there's not as much going on and to keep people interested in it, a bit more reactive, and also a few more things to do. So we'll have to see if that actually works or not, but that seems to be why they've put it in. So what did we play today? Well, pretty simple. Decided to spay the BTR-80. Just finish it off. I only needed 1 mod and didn't take too long to do it. Got a few kills with it. The Hungarian BTR-80s. So this is basically the second BTR-80 that we've been able to research in the game. My main issue with this one is the fact that it just does not have a lineup. Its lineup is absolutely terrible. Even if I'd ground out the ZSU 57-2 or, anything like that, it's just no good. We did get halfway to the T-72M1 by researching this thing. I think the major issue that I had with the research of this was because I was backing it up with the Orbital, which is a rank 4, so it got terrible research. But the BTR as a vehicle is fine. Like, it's just, in this Italian tree, it just doesn't have a lineup. And the whole point of these subtrees is to try and make these lineups better, and if there isn't a lineup, then it's no good. The other thing that I was able to do after this, so I decided to try and get some of the battle pass stuff done. So tried to do the Between Heaven and Earth, got half of it done, and then just was really struggling for the second half. I was trying to do the Chinese 8-7 in arcade with the WZ-305, but nobody was spawning in planes or helicopters, so I wasn't able to get any kills. So after 3 or 4 battles where nothing happened, I decided, well, let's just spade planes, because it's a little bit easier to do. So cue the F-104C. We talked about it yesterday. Got it done now. Got it spaded and sorted. Had a few hiccups along the way, but I would say overall the machine itself is incredibly powerful. As we've talked about previously, it's served me pretty well over the last few days. And just to give you like final stats on it, the F-104A we went 66-20, and then the F-104C we went 79-13. So just to show you how powerful this thing is at 9.3. Started playing a little bit of the Harrier as well, especially when I crashed into things with the F-104. The AIM-9Bs just, sometimes they do great things, other times they just do nothing, and it's been a constant annoyance with that missile. But yeah, played the AV-8C. Turns out AIM-9Gs are pretty fun. Who'da knew? After I think this is my 3rd Harrier spade at this point. AIM-9Gs, pretty fun. So yeah. We'll probably spade this one tomorrow. Thinking about playing the Hunter and maybe a few other things like the Su-17 again or the MiG-23BN, but I mean, we'll see. We'll see at the end of the day. There's a bunch of options. There's a bunch of things to go for. So, yeah, I mean, right now, the event for me is going well. And as I said, I was a bit lethargic today, I think is probably the way to put it. Didn't feel as positive as I did yesterday, and hopefully tomorrow it'll go a little bit more swimmingly, especially if I'm able to get this Battle Pass challenge done. So then we only have one more to go, and that's pretty much the Battle Pass done. I'm trying to get to a point where I have like at least a week or 2 left before the next Battle Pass comes out, which is why I've been hard grinding this Battle Pass, just to get to a point where like I am away from all of the War Thunder stuff, and I could just play some RTSs for a bit. It's been a crazy few months, so it's better just to kind of chill, and that's what we're going to do in the period of October. As always, let me know how the event's going for you. Let me know what's going on. Peace be with you. Look after yourselves, and see you next time. I'd just like to thank Brendan Quinn, Vilneus, Character Fuel, Juan the Panda, Carrion Crow, Gus Irenicus, Pyman, Merciless Reaper, Orange Tail, Teddy, Daniel Stanton, Moxie, B. Young, Bareen, Peter Grayling, Alan Hacker, Sem Alslan, Uncle Bean, and Derek R., and also Lafouche for supporting the channel.